Hey gamers, welcome back and back again with another YouTube video. So if you don't already, hit that subscribe button, go through my videos, like some videos, comment on them videos, give me a little feedback at this and that third, and tell me how I'm doing. But yeah. Let's get into it. So for today's video, it's not really a story time, but then it's not really, I don't know what it really is, but I feel like around now is the perfect time to give you like a little spiel of it all or whatnot. So let's just go through it. My senior year of college, I knew one school that I wanted to go to was Columbia University, and I've had that in the back of my head since middle school. And I remember my the principal of the school now, she wasn't the principal before, she was like the vice principal, but then when I was a senior she was the principal, so shout out to her. So yeah, every time she wanted to motivate me, she's like, Christopher, if you want to get into Columbia, you gotta make sure you have these grades, you gotta get on top of it. When I started failing and going down in 10th grade, right, she had to monitor me. Each month we had to do a little progress report, we had to check in, do this, that, and third, so that I finished out the 10th grade year strong. The 11th grade year I made sure it was still strong, and then 12th grade year I had to go in it strong. 12th grade year, because she became the principal, it was kind of a little hectic. Our meetings weren't always we couldn't always meet and everything like that, and I had to understand. And then she had a child, and so I had to now was my time to do more on me. So taking that into mentality for 12th grade, I did more on me, and I tried to start applying for colleges myself, do certain applications, this, that, third, and we had a great college preparation team, but my advisor would always tell me, well, you gotta be realistic, you gotta be realistic, you gotta be realistic, and it's just even if I'm being realistic, I still want to aim for the moon. I want to shoot for the moon, and I'll land between the stars. So I believe I applied for 23 schools, 23, 24, I think. So just to give you a rundown, it was Columbia University, Cornell University, McDaniel College, University of Pennsylvania, St. John's University, Wheaton College, SUNY, some of the SUNYs, I think SUNY Binghamton, SUNY something, it was 4 SUNYs, let's just say, so that's 10, then 5 CUNY schools, so City College, New York, the first one I attended. I didn't do Hunter, I did Baruch, Lehman, Brooklyn, and no, I didn't do Brooklyn, I did York, and I did one other one, and then the other institutions, what did I apply to? But yeah, I deleted my MIT application because that was when I was a little kid and I really wanted to dare to dream. But anyways, to get into this video, right? So I applied to 23 schools. Can you guess how many I got into? We can count down, but I'm gonna count down to the number of how many schools I got into. So out of 23 schools, I got into 6. And a large portion of why I got rejected from so many schools is because, especially the top tier schools, I applied because I wanted to do biochemistry as my major. So I applied through their science and arts program. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna get this, but little did I know, 1, some of my science grades were not too up to par, and then 2, I had to take some SAT 2 class that most of these colleges wanted to take if you want to get into these high science classes. So a lot of my applications said, yeah, I want to go into your arts and science program. I took all the science classes I needed to, this and third, but I didn't know that I didn't actually do it. So a lot of the college rejections came from not having all the requirements. And I know for my Columbia University one, they didn't get my transcript, they didn't get my SAT scores, they didn't get my ITT scores. Something went up with the system and then no one was responding, so that was a fail. I also applied to Brandeis University, and I was trying to do it through this program, and there were 3 of us that were trying to do this program, and they would pay for it and whatnot. So the day me and my friend were supposed to go up there to Brandeis, it was a snowstorm, so they're like, oh, we're gonna postpone it, we'll do a Skype interview. So we didn't get to go to the interview, and in the Skype interview they never called and notified us, but the last other person they did the Skype interview and whatnot, she got in, and so she got that ride and whatnot, and I was a little salty because I'm like, my time to shine was coming. I can do interviews, I can do those, I can't do applications, but I can do interviews. But I was like, alright, fine, whatever. And so, I remember when it was March 22nd, I believe, or March 2nd. It was somewhere in March, and they were saying like, oh, that's like Ivy Day. Yeah, Ivy Day. That's what it's called. It's called Ivy Day. When like the 3 Ivy schools I applied to, you'd see if you get in or not. And I was like, after I found out that I didn't get in, I was like, shit, I'm a failure. I'm a failure. Like, I ain't getting to none of these Ivy League schools. And this, that, third. And looking back, I'm still like, damn, I should have got into like, well, at least one of them. Damn, my GPA was like a nice little 3.4. It was either 3.4 or 3.5. It was one of the two. And then my SAT score was up there. My ACT score was up there. So I'm like, damn, how did I go wrong? Lo and behold, I found out most of the colleges I applied to, I should have applied through the liberal arts program and just did like, you know, BA track instead of like trying to think I'm going to be this BS track. BS is in Bachelor's of Sciences and this, that, and third. But it's whatever, it was fine. And I was like, I just felt like so much of a failure after Ivy Day. Like, I remember my, he was an algebra teacher, but he never taught me because I was always accelerated in math. So I went straight from like algebra 2 trigonometry to pre-calculus or calculus, whatever, right? And so like he went to Morehouse, ironically, where am I? But he went to Morehouse, he was like, and he saw me in the hallway, I was walking along, I was crying. I wasn't like crying, but I was walking toward the stairs to leave the school building, and I was low-key crying. And he stopped me, he's like, don't think you're a failure, this and that, third, like you gotta stay strong, keep your head up, this and that, third. So basically, the point of this video, like my little story time, my little spiel to you guys, is don't let the numbers and the rejections and all this define you. Just make sure that you know your goal, and it doesn't matter the journey, the obstacle, just maintain on getting that goal. So as you can see, I want to be a biochemist. I want to get my PhD and whatnot from Columbia University. I want to be a Columbia graduate for undergrad, graduate, and so on and so forth. But where am I now? I'm at Clark Atlanta University, and I'm making a nice little, trying to get this nice little psychology degree, and I went from wanting to become a biochemist and curing cancer and this and that third to actually wanting to go into psychology and human resourcing, internal operations, so I can go into businesses and help them out and see what they need and try to coach them on, why don't you turn this way, why don't you turn this way, you know? So just, I went from a biochemist to a human resource specialist, and there's nothing wrong with that. Alright, so that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me about your college acceptances or rejections, or some of the schools you got into, or the schools that you want to go to, but then you're just like, I'm not doing the application because it's too hard. Alright, yep.
Thank you for coming out tonight.